Welcome back again, everyone. It's Craig Caswell speaking. Welcome to another video. I hope you're all doing good. So I'll be analyzing to update you guys on the analysis that I've made on the weekend. I won't be long. I'll just check out few pairs, right? So as you can see, currently I'm on NASDAQ, and NASDAQ it's still rejecting from this monthly demand zone, like I said. So as you can see, this was a top base rally monthly demand zone, and the price came to test it for the first time. As you can see, it has been rejecting to the upward side, right? So as you can see on the weekly time frame, we can say that NASDAQ was rejecting from a weekly demand zone around this level here. As you can see, let me delete the monthly demand zone. It was rejecting from this weekly demand zone, which is within our monthly demand zone, right? So also be on the lookout for opposing zones. So as you can see here, we have a drop base, drop hidden weekly supply zone here, which is an opposing zone. It's opposing this demand zone here. As you can see, there's a strong move away from the level, right? But we'll see its visibility on the daily time frame. But for now, we'll say that we are bullish on NASDAQ because price is rejecting from a monthly demand zone around this level here, and also a weekly demand zone, which is within our monthly demand zone, right? So you can see that NASDAQ is bullish. So in that case, you'll have to look for a fresh daily demand zone. So we can mark this level here as our fresh daily demand zone, then also this level here as our fresh daily demand zone. But if I remember properly, we didn't find any zone around this area here, which is low risk. But let us check. So if we didn't find anything, obviously we'll have to look around this area here, right? But like I said, be on the lookout for opposing zone. As you can see, this is an opposing daily supply zone here, which is within a weekly supply zone. And also we have another opposing zone here around this area here. As you can see, rally based draw supply zone, okay, and the price is closer to it. So there are higher chances that the price might not respect this demand zone if price gets inside this weekly supply zone here. But let us firstly refine this too, then we can go to those supply zones if we do not find anything. Or if I remember very well, I think I marked the zone around this area here, but as you can see, the price is very far from it. It's a bit far from it, so let us look for a zone that is closer to our current market price. As you can see, we had a zone here, but the price has tested it already. As you can see, we had a zone on this area here, and the price came to test it, right? So which means this demand zone is no longer valid. Let's try to check on the smaller time frames. So as you can see, we cannot pick any demand zone around this daily demand zone here. So the fact that we cannot find any zone closer to our current market price, because remember the objective is to get day trade as quick as possible, right? For most of you who are day traders or who are scalpers. So let us focus on this daily supply zone here. If we do not find anything on this daily supply zone, we'll focus on this one. So let us mark it from here, because the strong move started carry from this level here. As you can see, it formed a little bit of a gap, then another gap here. The reason why I say we mark it from this level, we had a rally base drop, right? Then after a rally base drop, as you can see, the price started moving with the momentum from this level here, from this level here. You can see it formed a gap too, and a gap is a signal of a strong move, or it shows an imbalance in price. Okay, so we can adjust our daily supply zone here, which is an opposing zone, which is within this weekly supply zone. Let me delete it. So we'll refine our daily supply zone on the smaller time frames to see, right? So already you can see that we do have a rally based drop supply zone here with a very beautiful engulf. So the first thing that we check is the risk size. Okay, the risk size is also promising. Let me check something here. Sorry. yeah, so also on the 2-hour time frame you can see still looking good, so we can mark our zone on the 2-hour time frame. Let me delete other drawings. So you can see our zone is within a daily supply price. So always make sure that your zone is within a daily supply zone, or let me just say any higher time frame zone. So that's our supply zone on NASDAQ, which is within an opposing zone. So remember the rule: if it's a zone that is in an opposing zone, use less risk or minimize your risk, right? Because you can see the initial trend or the overall trend on NASDAQ, it's bullish as the price is rejecting from a monthly demand zone, and it's also rejecting from a weekly demand zone. But the fact that it's approaching a weekly demand zone, or should we say that the price is high on the curve. The price is high on the curve. What I mean by that, if we are to have this demand zone as our buy area, as you saw that it's within the daily demand zone that I was analyzing on Sunday. As you can see, this is the demand zone. If we had both of these zones as our zones, right, on the price chart, and this is the current market price, we'll say that this is the demand curve. From here, from the current market price up until this zone here is the demand curve, is the demand side of the price chart, right? Then from here up until here is the supply curve, which means is the supply side of the curve. So as you can see, the current market price is closer to the supply curve and further away from the demand curve. So as a day trader, obviously you want to get your trade as quick as possible, even though you have to be patient, right? But you can see that an advantage is that the price is closer to the supply zone, so you may take advantage of it, but minimize your risk due to the overall trend, because here it's like you're opposing the trend, right? But the zone is it. So for the fact that you refined it, applied the rules and so on, what matters if you follow your rules. That's what matters. Just make rules for yourself and follow them. Depends on what works for you, right? So that's our supply zone on NASDAQ. So if you had to use the rules that I showed you guys on Sunday, remember, like I said, the first thing that we check is time spent at the level. Time spent at the level, what I mean by that, it should be a minimum of 3 to a maximum of 6 candles. So as you can see here, we do have 1, 2, 3 candlesticks within our zone, of which means it does qualify to be a high probable zone due to less time spent in our zone. Then the second rule that we check is how did price leave our zone. Like I said, the price should leave our zone in a strong or significant manner, whereby it should be a strong bearish candle. If it's a supply zone, it should be a strong bearish candle leaving our zone, followed by another bearish candle. But the one that follows doesn't matter whether it's a strong one or it's a small momentum candle. What matters, it should be a bearish candle to show that it's a strong imbalance. So you can see we had this strong bearish candle followed by another one, right? So this is a high probable setup. So you can set your trade and wait for it to trigger, right? But make sure you monitor it. So yeah, that's our supply zone on NASDAQ. And the second pair that we check is EURUSD. So EURUSD, as you can see on the monthly time frame, we can say that EURUSD, as you can see, the current month it's bullish. So we want to know why price has been going up, or is it been rallying. So we can say that EURUSD is rejecting from a hidden zone around this area here. As you can see, we had an ongoing activity here, or should we say liquidity, and the price came to test it for the first time. So we can say that EURUSD is coming from a monthly demand zone. As you can see, it has been bullish ever since the previous month, right? And also be on the lookout that the price is within an opposing zone here. As you can see, it's a rally based drop supply zone, even though it's not that much strong or significant. And due to the fact that the price has tested it multiple times, it shows that it's weak. So yeah, there are higher chances that the price might not hold this supply zone for now. But remember, we are working with probabilities. Okay, so now we'll say that EURUSD it's bullish due to the fact that the price is coming from a monthly demand zone. Then we can go to the weekly time frame. Then on the weekly time frame, we'll say that the price it's rejecting from a hidden weekly demand zone around this area here also. So as you can see here, as the price was going up, it left some liquidity around this area here, then started continued rallying with a significant manner. Then the price came to retest on the level, as you can see. Then this was the first reaction to the level, which we will see on the daily time frame if it will be visible, right? So you can see that the price is rejecting from a hidden weekly demand zone around this level here. Like I said, also be on the lookout for opposing zone. So this is the opposing weekly supply here. As you can see, the price is not yet within the supply zone, but if price ever enters here without having to come back to our planned demand zone for buying, then which means our demand zone is more risky. Okay, it's less probable now due to the fact that the price is coming from an opposing zone, but for now we are still safe. So we can go to our daily time frame to look for opportunities, right? So like I said, the price is coming from a monthly demand zone and a weekly demand zone, which means we are bullish on EURUSD. In that case, you have to mark a fresh daily demand zone on EURUSD. You have to mark a fresh daily demand zone on EURUSD. As you can see, this is a drop-based rally demand zone here. The price left with a significant manner, as you can see. So we must look for an opportunity around this level here. So we have to start on your 4-hour time frame. So you can see on the 4-hour time frame there is nothing. 3-hour time frame, we have a drop base rally here, but it's not very strong. Another drop base rally here, it's not very strong. Then on the 2-hour time frame, we do have a drop base rally demand zone here, which is within our daily time frame. As you can see, always make sure that your zone is within the daily time frame. So we'll mark this drop base rally here. I want you guys to be so as you can see, this is our zone. You can see drop base rally. So like I said, the first thing first that you check before going far is the risk size. So as you can see, our zone is approximately 10 pips. Okay, 9.8 pips, so it's approximately 10 pips. So which means it does qualify to be a high probable zone. Like I said, our maximum number of pips will be 20 pips. So your zone should be 20 pips or less. So this is our demand zone on EURUSD. We can mark it. So that's our zone on EURUSD. So if you had to apply the rules that I showed you guys, time spent at the level, and how did price leave the level. So as you can see, time spent at the level, like I said, should be a minimum of 3 candlesticks to a maximum of 6 candlesticks. So as you can see here, we have about 1. With this one, drop 1, then the base 2, then the third one is the rally, right? So we have the drop base rally there. As you can see, it's a minimum of 3 candles, right? So it does qualify to be a high probable zone. Okay. Sorry for that. Then on how did price leave the level, the price left the level in a strong or significant manner. As you can see, it's a bullish candle leaving our demand zone, followed by another bullish candle, which shows that it's a strong imbalance. So that's our zone on EURUSD. Thank you. Let us check another one. I think it's EURCAD, yeah. So same thing on EURCAD. EURCAD, as you can see, the current month has been bullish. Price has been rallying to the upward side, as you can see. So we want to know why the price has been going up. The reason why price has been going up is because it's rejecting from a monthly demand zone here. As you can see, the price is rejecting from this drop base rally monthly demand zone, and the price came to test it for the first time, tested for the second time, third touch, then started rallying from it, right? So in that case, we can see that on the monthly time frame, EURCAD it's bullish. Then from there, you can go to your weekly time frame. On your weekly time frame, you will still apply the same thing. You will check where the current market price is rejecting from. So as you can see here, the price was rejecting from this hidden weekly demand zone here, right? The reason why I say that is because, as you can see, the price was going up, then left some liquidity around this level here, then continued rallying. As you can see, it left with a strong or significant manner, then price came to test it for the first time, right? So which means price is rejecting from this hidden weekly demand zone. Then you can also say that it's a swap zone to this significant supply zone here, which tells us that there is a liquidity on this level here. You can see we had a supply zone with a strong imbalance, then price came to test it for the first time, then after that didn't hold for that long, then price engulfed our supply zone. So you can say that this is a swap zone to this supply, right? So you can say that price is rejecting from this weekly demand zone. So you can say that Euro USD, it's bullish because price is rejecting from a monthly demand zone and also a hidden weekly demand zone. In that case, you'll have to look for a fresh daily demand zone for buy opportunities to refine on the smaller time frames. So in that case, you can see from our current market price, we have this level here as our first daily demand zone, drop base rally, then the price came to test it for the first time and left some ongoing activity around this area here. So we have to refine our zone to look for that one demand zone. So first you start on your 4-hour time frame, nothing on the 4-hour time frame. As you can see, this drop base rally is no longer fresh. Actually look for it, I want to say. So this one is no longer fresh. As you can see, the drop base rally, it's no longer fresh, so you cannot pick it. So let us keep refining. 3-hour time frame, still the same zone. As you can see, we have something on this area here. 2-hour time frame, nothing. So different from the 1-hour time frame. You can see on the 1-hour time frame we do have a drop base rally demand zone here. So in that case, you can mark your zone. I don't know where to mark it since I don't know where the risk exceeds 20 pips. So first thing first, before we take it further, you check the risk size. So calculate from our distal line. From our distal line, as you can see, it's still giving us less than 20 pips. So you can see if we get to this level, say 14 pips, if we take it further, you can say that it's about 22.1 pips, which is exceeding 20 pips. So we'll have to drag it up until 14 pips here, where the strong move actually started occurring. So that's our zone on EURCAD, right? That's our zone on EURCAD. As you can see, it's a drop base rally demand zone, a beautiful one. Then if you're to apply the rules that I showed you guys, time spent at the level, and also how did price leave the level of the zone. So as you can see here, we do have a 1, 2, 3, 4, of which means it's 4 candlesticks within our zone, which tells us that price spent less time on this level here, right? Then the second one is how did price leave the level, or how did price leave the zone, right? As you can see here, we do have this bullish candlestick leaving our zone in a significant manner, followed by another bullish candle, so which tells us that it's a strong imbalance. It's a strong imbalance on EURCAD, right? So those are my analyses, guys. Thank you for watching this video. I didn't want to be that long because I want to stop uploading videos that are more than 20 minutes unless it's very, very educational, or I must start hosting live sessions. Please do tell me that if it's okay with the live sessions, so that I can accommodate everyone and also at least be able to explain thoroughly, right? Yeah, because I still want to drop some new context. Okay, but please do make sure you subscribe and like the videos and share with others so that I can grow my audience, right? And the video can reach to other masses. So thank you for watching this video, guys. Thank you, I appreciate it.